So confident was Darius that he would triumph at Issus, he had brought his mother, wife, and daughters to the battle. So hastily did he flee, they were left behind for Alexander to capture. Like the women of Troy, powerless before their captors, Darius' family wept and lamented, imagining that their lot would now be misery and servitude. But Alexander treated them with perfect respect and allowed them every comfort to which they were accustomed. Alexander proceeded along the coast until he came to Tyre, that great city of the Phoenicians, set upon an offshore island as though the whole marvelous edifice floated on the sea. Alexander demanded entry to Tyre, wishing to sacrifice at the temple of Melkart. The Tyrians refused, and when Alexander sent messengers a second time, they were hurled into the sea from the city walls. An outrageous thing to do. But the Tyrians, their grand fortifications protected by the waves that lapped up against them, held the entirely reasonable expectation that Alexander would give up and move on. Alexander rarely did what you and I might consider reasonable. And so, work began on a vast causeway, a bridge of earth and rubble between Tyre and the mainland. The world reshaped at Alexander's command.
Seize the old town, where the craven Tyrians used to dwell before they slunk off to their island. Then we shall begin work on our causeway, and bring just retribution to those who would slay diplomats and emissaries.
This is madness, Alexander. Tyre is nearly 4 stades from the mainland. Surely it is not worth the time, the effort, the lives that will be lost.
I have been wronged, Parmenion. Insulted, disregarded. No doubt a coward like you would let these Phoenicians bash down your door, spit in your hearth, kick your dog, and sleep in your bed. But I shall not stand for their abuse. This will be our base. Engineers, begin your work. Any man who distinguishes himself will receive a purse of gold from my own hand.
Right, you lot. Stones into the water, then drive stakes into the mud to keep them stable. Then you put the timbers on top. It won't look pretty, but it'll hold. That Tyrian navy is powerful. We don't have the materials or the knowledge to build anything that can rival them.
I have sent for Niarchos. He will soon come with a fleet and expert shipwrights to construct the vessels we need.
Your father knew when a fight was worth taking and when it was folly. Why must you indulge your every impulse?
I will not have limits put on my ambitions by the likes of you, Parmenion.
No, the gods will do that.
The Tyrians are upon us!
Last night I dreamt, Hephaestion, that Heracles himself escorted me into the city.
Let them come. I'm sure they'll want to admire our work. A portent of our success, to be sure. Even if, like Heracles, we must undergo many labors. I'm sick of being pelted with bolts and arrows from those Tyrian ships. I tell you what we need. A Helepolis. A big old siege tower with a ballista inside. That'll put some fear in them. What the... this! I cracked open this loaf of bread and it's bleeding. Every loaf out of that oven, bloody as a raw steak. I'm no soothsayer, but that's a bad omen.
No, this is wonderful. Don't you see? The bread bleeds from inside. It is the city. It is Tyre that will bleed.
Fine progress. Not as futile a plan as you thought, Parmenion.
Why do you so delight in defying good sense? Do you think your father achieved greatness by following every mad desire that entered his head? No. It was through careful consideration and the advice of experienced men that he built the kingdom which you insist on throwing into peril. Their resistance is unceasing. Is this one city truly worth so many lives?
To avenge an insult, yes. And in any case, capturing Tyre will incapacitate the Persian navy, thus precluding any counter-invasion of Greece. So you see my plans are not as frivolous as you allege.
Nothing like artillery fire to make you concentrate on your work, eh? Keep it up, engineers!
Violent southwesterlies blow round these parts. That's why the waters around Tyre are so rough, you see.
Wind I can handle. I'm more concerned with all the Phoenicians trying to kill me. Where is Niarchos with that fleet? Probably off sketching some hideous lizard or taking clippings from a plant that eats chicken.
The moment this causeway reaches Tyre, I want every man ready to break into the city. We have overcome the larger part of the danger. Prepare now to sink your teeth into the fruit of your labors.
Easy going from here. Those walls are only, what, 100 cubits high, perhaps? The causeway is complete! Now look at those grey faces on the battlements. Not so brave without the sea to guard you, eh?
Break down those gates! Then we press on to the palace and claim this city.
Furl up the sails! The fleet stands ready, Alexander, and we have timber and pitch to build further vessels.
Glad to hear it, Admiral. We should begin construction immediately.
The Temple of Melkart, which you were so insolently barred, lies open to you now. Go, Alexander. Gain the blessings of your ancestor Heracles.
To arms! They're landing troops on the shore!
Ah, here they are. You remember those pirates we paid off in Cilicia? I offered them some work.
You expect my sailors to toil alongside buccaneers and ruffians? This is most improper.
Hermes, protector of heralds. Zeus, Xenios, punisher of wrongs. I feel you at my back as I tear through these sin-soaked boulevards. Bear me on with righteous fury.
I've met all sorts on the islands of the Aegean, philosophers, pentathletes, and plenty of talented marksmen seeking adventure. I could send for some.
The city is ours, Alexander. The men begged to be let loose. The siege was a trying one. They want vengeance for our murdered emissaries.
Sack it.